If you are drowning in hours of raw podcast footage and struggling to turn that content into bite-sized vertical clips, then you are definitely in the right place. We are going to walk through how to stop juggling 5 different apps and actually streamline your production flow using Vizard today. Whether you record on Zoom, StreamYard, or Squadcast, we all know the drill. Massive files and speaker ISOs that make editing feel like a total nightmare. I just finished a recording session for my show, Dealcasters, and I need to turn this huge conversation into a dozen social media clips without losing my mind. I used to chain together tools like Descript, Final Cut, and Logic, plus a tactile controller, just to get a handful of clips finished for the week. But for most creators, that workflow is just too complex, and that is exactly where Vizard changes the game by simplifying everything into one pipeline. Let us talk about file storage, because long-form video takes up a massive amount of space on your hard drive, especially if you record in 4K or 1080p. Unlike other tools that force you to download massive local files constantly, Vizard lets you import those raw recordings directly to the cloud. First, you just import every ISO track. For me, that is Brandon, Jim, and myself. And Vizard analyzes the energy to find the best moments automatically. Of course, you still need good audio because if you sound like you are recording in a tin can, no algorithm in the world can save that footage. Next is the real game changer, hitting that auto edit button to let the AI propose a set of ready-to-post clips based on high engagement patterns. It looks for punchlines, strong opinions, and emotional pivots, giving you a handful of 30 to 60-second options to preview instantly. I still take a quick look myself because you should never trust any tool blindly, but this simple step saves me literally hours of manual scrubbing. Then we tackle captions and transcripts, which usually take forever to burn in and align perfectly with your actual audio. Vizard handles the captions automatically, and the best part is that you can strip out those annoying filler words like ums and likes just from the text. Keeping the audio natural while making the captions readable is the secret to a high-quality clip that feels premium and professional. For rhythm and engagement, you really need to avoid static talking heads by using pattern interrupts, which means switching up your crops and angles. In Vizard, I just create or pick a layout like a 3-up view or a green screen background, and then I apply that style across my scenes. You can save these custom layouts like single speaker tags or guest backgrounds and reuse them for every episode, which is a massive time saver. When you are editing for clarity, try to avoid the robotic feel of auto-snapping and instead listen for the human rhythm in the conversation. Create new scenes around those hard cuts so the flow feels organic rather than chopped up, which keeps the viewer focused on your message. If someone makes a mistake but says something golden, you can nudge the edit points so it reads better on screen and feels completely polished. For those times when co-hosts talk over each other, Vizard makes it easy to mute specific tracks in a scene without deep timeline surgery. This lets you prioritize the main speaker while keeping the background conversation subtle, giving you professional control over your audio. Next, let us talk about B-roll and green screens, because visual variety is what keeps people from scrolling past your video. You can easily insert relevant stock footage or background replacements to reinforce what your guest is saying, like mentioning a stage or an office. Just remember to keep those captions away from faces and ensure your B-roll is actually supporting the narrative, not just acting as decoration. Finally, we have auto-scheduling, which helps you stay consistent without being chained to your desk at every single upload time. Vizard plugs right into your content calendar, letting you preview the schedule and optimize clips for each platform before they go live. Comparing this all-in-one solution to jumping between 5 different apps is like night and day for any creator wanting to scale. Descript is great for transcript editing, but Vizard really hits the sweet spot for automated discovery and layout templates in a single platform. Remember, the goal is to reduce the grunt work, but do not let the tools do all the storytelling because your editorial eye is still the most important part. Start by letting Vizard find the heavy hitters, but then add those human touches like varying the caption placement and tightening up the pacing. Commit to this repurposing flow for a few months, and you will quickly see the data on what works and how your audience responds to the clips. If you are ready to dive in, start with your next recording, ingest those tracks, and see how much time you save compared to your old process. I can even do a live walkthrough of an episode next time if you want to see exactly how I chop, caption, and schedule a clip in real time. Thanks for hanging out today, and if you have any questions about cloud storage or caption placement, drop them below and let's get into it.